Hello and welcome back to 80 English Tutorials, and here I am with my another video, and in this particular video we are concerned with the Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat, written by T.S. Eliot. So let's know about the author, but before that, as per my pattern, I will tell you first about the name given to the poem. Skimble means anyone who runs very fast and furiously, right? Very fast and agile. And shanks is the part from knees to ankle, right? That part of the leg from knees to ankle is shanks, and skimble is very fast and furious. So the railway cat. So in this particular poem we will be reading about a cat who is not just a cat but also a train official. I'll tell you about it when we'll read the poem, but now we'll come to the author. Who is author? Author is the T.S. Eliot, that is Thomas Stearns Eliot, OM. He was born on 26 September 1888 to 4 January 1965 when he was dead. He was a poet, essayist, and playwright. He is considered to be one of the 20th century's greatest poet, as well as central figure in English language modernist theory. His use of language, writing style, verse structure reinvigorated, that is, beautified the English poetry. He's also noted for his critical essays, which often re-evaluated long-held cultural beliefs. Now let me tell you also that this poem was written in 1930, and if you have read history, in 1930 it was the dictatorships which was prevalent in Europe, right? You read about Adolf Hitler and Mussolini. So in 1930 dictatorships were prevalent, so you can kind of imagine the atmosphere that at that time dictatorships were prevalent. So in that time the poem was written. Also, let me tell you, this T.S. Eliot, he was fond of cats. He had a large collection of cats, and he had just written about cats. He has written many things about cats, and all those poems, all those verses are being collected together, and it is presented in a form of book from which this particular poem is being written. I'll tell you from where it is adopted. So this is the cover given to this poem, The Railway Cat and Skimbleshanks, written by T.S. Eliot. And this poem was adopted from a book which has the collection of poems written by T.S. Eliot, and the book's name is Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. So this book had the poems written by the cats. Sorry, poems written by T.S. Eliot about cats. So now we come to the themes of this particular poem. First is work and duty. You'll find this Skimbleshanks, it's a name of a cat, name given to this cat, and he is very duty conscious. So he's portrayed as a diligent and dedicated worker who takes his job on the train very seriously, ensuring that everything runs smoothly. This poem highlights the importance of work and the role of workers in society. Second is diligence and discipline. So he is a disciplined and focused man. He's all the time focused and all the time अपने job ही में मशरूफ रहता था, which is highlighted through his attention to detail and his ability to manage and coordinate the work of others on the train. Teamwork and collaboration. So obviously the poem emphasizes the importance of teamwork and collaboration, as Skimbleshanks works closely with the train crew and passengers to ensure the smooth running of the train. Order and control. The poem highlights the importance of order and control in the running of the train and suggests that these are essential for a successful and efficient operation. Dictatorship. As I've already told you that this poem was written in nearly 1930s, where dictatorships was prevalent, so let us learn. The authoritarian role of the cat is also highlighted to some extent. He supervises everything that everybody else does. Anything wrong is at once reported for action. This ensures smooth functioning. However, it also warns against the outward show of perfect law and order in a dictatorial regime. Though people enjoy calm and peace, they are not free. So ultimately they are under someone who is all the time above their head and watching them. We come to style. Style of the poem. Style of Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat can be described as light and whimsical. So what does that mean? Light and whimsical. It means that the words are very, easy, and in a very easy way, in a very subtle way. He also tells about the background. With a playful tone that is typical of T.S. Eliot's poetry, the poem is written in rhyming couplets and features a regular meter, which gives it a sing-song quality that is easy to read and remember. Eliot also makes use of vivid imagery and sensory language to bring the world of the train painting a rich detailed picture of Skimbleshanks' daily routines and various sights and sounds of smells of the train. It's a lyrical narrative of an absurd experience watched by one passenger on that night mail. Night mail you'll find in the poem. It's a name of the train given, and you'll also find three to four other names of the same train as given in the text. Although no regular stanzas are maintained, ABCD rhyme scheme is followed. Internal rhymes are also maintained, and it somewhat works well with the rhythmic movement of the train, and also adding to the amusing effect of the supervising cat on a sleeping car express. Yes, another name given to this night mail. Now, night mail is the train which moves at night, which carries load at night. So that is why night mail. The silly experience of a cat personified as a human being do evoke in us the image of the big brother watching all that one does and thinks. The diction is quite appropriate to build up the rhythm. So in the poem you will find that though we don't have any fixed rhyme scheme because we don't have the fixed stanzas only, but yes, uh, a particular rhyme scheme is being followed and you will find some words rhyming with each other. Additionally, the poem includes elements of personification, with Skimbleshanks being portrayed as a human-like character with a job to do and a sense of purpose. Overall, the style of the poem is both accessible, that is, one can access it very easily, very easy words are being used, and engaging, that is, it involves the person with it, making it a popular choice among readers of all ages. So, we come to the setting. The Skimbleshanks is described as the railway cat who lives on the night mail. Night mail is again the name of a train I already told you, which works at night. An overnight express train that travels on the British West Coast Main Line between London Euston and Glasgow, Central Scotland. There are references in the poem of a number of stations of England and Scotland like Crewe, Charsley, Dumfries, and Gallowgate that establish the setting as 20th century England. The poem begins at a station at 11:39 at night. The very first line you'll find it when the train is about to depart but cannot do so without Skimbleshanks. Finally, the train leaves at the station at 11:42 when Skimbleshanks appears from the luggage van. There are a number of words related to a train journey like night mail, sleeping car express, the station master and the first and third class, the northern mail, cozy berth, etc. So these tells you about the train journey. Besides the facilities provided in the train to make the journey pleasant and safe for the passengers, immediately connect the readers and they imagine that they themselves are the part of the train journey. Now we come to the narration style. It's a narrative poem. What is narrative poem? Then the poem is read like a story itself because it tells a story. It is also a descriptive poem as it describes the main character, Skimbleshanks. The poem is narrated in third person. Although it is not possible to identify who the speaker is, it may be a passenger who often travels at midnight mail, another name given to night mail, since he knows exactly how the passengers are treated on board the train and what Skimbleshanks does throughout the journey. So nothing goes wrong on the northern mail when Skimbleshanks is abroad. So when Skimbleshanks is here, nothing will go wrong. It's a part of the poem. Besides, the narrative is successfully portrayed a comfortable journey at night that the passengers experience while aboard a night mail train. There is no noise or disturbance at all. Why? Because Skimbleshanks is on charge. Rhyme scheme, if you have the poem near you, in front of you, A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. So this is the rhyme scheme being followed. So to get access to additional notes, PDFs, quizzes, worksheets, you can join our WhatsApp channel through this link. So thank you. And if you find this video anywhere useful to you, do like, share and subscribe. And in the second part, I'll give you the line by line explanation of this poem.